So, kommt jetzt wieder so ein Horrorpart nachts? Drei. Diese Puppe, also, die mag ich ja gar nicht. Okay, man musste nachts auf jeden Fall nicht raus. So, Lizzie?
Where are you?
Upstairs.
Okay, oben, gut.
Lissy?
I'm upstairs.
Ach so, wollte ich doch gar nicht drücken. Entschuldigung.
Ready?
Drücke immer noch F, um Türen zu öffnen. Im Kinderzimmer.
This is her room.
Yep.
Are you paying attention? Ruth. Can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
This is a waste of my time.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic. I'll help you look.
Ruth was an
Ein
artist.
Tagmalt.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet, she was 8.
Ah,
I've
8,
never
okay.
finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson,
Was heißt das?
the curse,
Is
Ach,
that
der Fluch.
figure supposed to be? It's creepy.
the figment of her imagination. But the box she drew, it looks like this box under her desk.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
Okay, siehst ja auch, der Fluch fängt irgendwie an. Oder es gibt keine Hoffnung mehr, wenn die Kinder sterben oder sowas, ne? Da ist wieder dieses Symbol, was die Puppe auch hatte.
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
Is that Norwegian money?
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. Well, they belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll.
This
Eben.
is where it came from, her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
A dig, a grave site. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean,
Deshalb wird sie noch
if
nicht
someone learned
umgebracht.
she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Nee, dann hätte er sie auch einfach klauen können. Das Haus ist ja nicht abgeschlossen und nix.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us
Richtig.
nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
Geht es die
This
Kirche?
must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle.
Genau, und das andere ist
Simon and
Simon.
his father on the other.
A community divided.
Die Frage ist, warum? Nur weil er aus dem Minegeschäft ausschießt, das reicht ja nicht.
She
Ah,
found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
A cave.
ich würde endlich die Mine.
It could be. But what did she find?
Her Viking treasure. Of course.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
Boah, ist das grell.
In Norwegian folklore, the appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester. But instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice.
Ja, das ist mit zersplittertem Boot, passt ja.
To enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you. That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you
think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
And your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
In einem Tagebuch von der Mutter stand aber auch was von 3 Booten, die zerstört worden sind, ne?
That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Was hat die Ruth eigentlich immer auf dem Kopf? Auf jedem Bild, das sieht irgendwie merkwürdig aus.
There's a story here. The
Ist
treasure
Hut
box,
mit Schleier?
the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
Well, she didn't imagine the Viking artifacts. You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled. And is that a
Da läutet
bell?
jemand.
Church bell. Someone's here. Maybe Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to
Der
get to
denkt
the
wirklich
church
nur
right
an die
now.
Betty, ne?
Isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night?
I told you. I'm not sure
richtiger
that
Weg,
was
glaube ich, ne?
anything. Come on.
Das ist der richtige Weg? Nee, ich muss runter, oder? Moment kurz. Kann nichts drücken, okay. Nee, ja, war nämlich doch eins tiefer. Genau. Und da geht's jetzt nicht mit? Komme ich hier auch lang? Ja, ne? Wollen Sie mal da unten lang laufen? Da ist bestimmt niemand. Hat aufgehört. Nee, doch nicht. Okay, jetzt sind wir gleich da. Und jetzt hat es aber wirklich aufgehört. Ich sag jetzt nichts mehr. Ich finde diese Ziegen auch irgendwie kurios, ich weiß. Okay.
All these fresh graves.
Ach, die ist doch mit.
Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty?
I'd know. No one's touched these since yesterday. Regardless of how they got past the wall.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
Da hinten bewegt sich auf jeden Fall was. Das Schild kennen wir doch schon.
Fishing?
God is not here.
Das habe ich dir vorhin schon übersetzt.
You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards?
Ja, ja. Da vorne bewegt sich was.
See anyone?
No,
Listen. The bell. They're still in there.
Okay.
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me the
I'm here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
Hm.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Na, ob der das jetzt schafft. Gut.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it
Schon
in.
gemein.
Be quiet. Betty? Are you here?
Wieso soll das die
Hello?
Betty sein?
This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that. What's this rope for?
Na, zum Läuten, oder? Aber hier unten war niemand, als noch geläutet hat.
Lissy, look.
Die Handschuhe von der Betty
Betty's
wahrscheinlich, ne?
gloves.
Ja.
They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
Pete's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day she...
Ja.
She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
Richtig?
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
Oh, ihr zupft euch.
What happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here. Their faith was challenged, and it didn't survive.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it
Das
say?
könnte interessant
The
sein.
vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language.
Und probier's.
He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
This sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding
In
20
der
years of
Mine
division and
irgendwas.
disagreements. Tilly Verandra.
Edward?
Was?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Jetzt
Here's
wird's
something
interessant.
Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
Aber wenn die Predigt ja ein Jahr alt ist, waren da dann keine Gottesdienste mehr, oder?
What are
Was
you
macht die
doing?
schon wieder?
We're in a church.
I thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
Ah, die hat einen Knall.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
Komme ich da hin?
They considered this a sacred place.
Das ist
For
ein
them to
Buch.
destroy it. This was an act of desperation and anger.
Ja.
Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Hallo?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Heretic.
Die sind sich in gar nichts einig, oder?
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document.
Die Frage,
For
was
he
ist
is our
unterschrieben?
peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
Okay, ja klar, der wollte halt die zweite Gemeinde wieder vereinen. So, da war jetzt noch was.
The church book. A record of births and
Oh, das ist doch interessant jetzt.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
Hoffentlich.
Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Eventuell.
Vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the
Aber
church.
warum?
Look.
Was liegen hier noch? Da liegt ein Stück. Kann ich damit nichts machen? Hä? Hier, dann nehme ich halt eins. So.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here.
Yep.
I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
1-1.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
Die könnt ja auch mal normal laufen, ne? Angeber.
It's right here.
Ach, aber nehmen darf ich sie dann. Oh, da stehen aber jetzt viele drauf. Oh, eine noch. Huch. Wieso soll ich jetzt die Glocke läuten?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Da stand aber vorhin
There was
niemand.
no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No, no one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts.
Da kann der,
So what happened to the hunchback of
kann der auch oben geläutet
They
haben.
must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
2 for 2. Tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Oh, horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
Mach ich. Sieht schon besser aus. Ah, da ist die
This
Margaret.
book goes
Auf jeden
back
Fall.
years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in the cave-in.
Wo denn, wo denn, wo denn?
Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't
Ach,
know.
da.
There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Ui. Oh. Fluch, 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 Fluch.
Ruth Elsa Fretland.
Ganz
She
oben.
was buried in the cemetery.
Mord.
And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now,
Auch
this
Mord.
is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father?
Tja.
Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
Da hieß es ja, wenn die Kinder sterben, ist die Hoffnung vorbei.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Edward, if it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. For a...
Traitor.
Hier an der Tür von dem Haus unten. Fluch.
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I'd know. I'd know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me!
Komm halt mit.
Edward!
You
Ja,
better
ja,
not be
ja.
here, Betty. I'll never forgive you.
Und wie erkenne ich das jetzt? Ach, da stehen Namen drauf. Braucht das ohne Namen dann, oder? Theoretisch. Da kann ich nichts erkennen. Ah, das frischeste Grab, logisch, ja.
It's unmarked.
Ernsthaft? Du willst jetzt echt ausgraben? Hm. Das macht man aber nicht.
Dude, have you gone completely mad? Edward, stop it!
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or what?
Baby
Or
sister.
what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just... leave me be.
Fine.
Lizzie?
Was?
Alice? Come back.
Hat er sich die ganze Zeit nur eingebildet?
Please. Come back. I need you.
Würdest du ihn bitte wieder zuschaufeln? Nö.